Yeah. I think back then we should have probably called the PL, to be fair, right? But it was banned out, so Quincy, or sorry, rather OG, forced to go with the only other illusion hero really left here at this stage. Still strong versus the Batrider. It is going to be this mid lane pick. The concern I have, though, for Quincy Crew is it is going to be a bit of a 4-protect-1. At the end of the day, even though you do take Batrider in that 2 position, he's more of a utility core. I mean, what was the game? I think what was it? It was a Wind Strike game I was casting with Rabel, and that man, he's another up-and-coming star mid laner out of the Eastern European region. We saw Lorinoff on this channel yesterday, unfortunately get 2-0'd. He's another up-and-coming star. You know, remember the name Rabel? Because he's coming. Even he couldn't carry the game on the Batrider, and he did his damnedest to make sure he could. So at the end of the day, it is going to be, again, the Hassan Bowl, right? It's going to come up to this Wraith King versus Naga Siren, assuming that the lanes come out more or less even. Yeah, position 4 DK is actually pretty normally run, I want to say, in NA. I think 1437 was very keen to spot off his win rate on the hero, which was impressive, of course. The Div 2 Slayers, so shout-outs to him, but I think it's a little bit more regular out there. Yeah, I do like it as well, because now you're going to avoid what was a pretty nasty, 9th pick Batrider here. You didn't really have a lot of solutions to it, and at least now you're not going to give him a bunch of kills while also shutting down a mid laner. Thompson ought to be able to get a bit of farm out here, compared to if they threw him on the Necro or the DK.
Feel the
Take me some
30 seconds to battle.
Yep.
The stench of death. The stench of death is upon.
Yeah, that's always going to be a threat here to Quinn. So long as Seth holds his own in these first couple of waves, he ought to be totally fine. I could definitely see this lane becoming pretty stompy, in pubs, for example, if you get a great start, because the only escape mechanism that Hoodwink does have is going to be naturally countered by that Firefly. But for the most part, like you say, you do have at least a little bit of counterplay here on the Squirrel. Check out these blocks in the mid lane. Quinn, one of the stronger mids in my opinion here currently, is going to go just about even here in the block with Thompson. Yeah, very true. I will say something that's at least nice here for Thompson is the fact that the individual stacks of the Napalm no longer slow you by the 70% at level 1, because of course as a ranged hero with the worst base attack time in the game, that would make the lane a little bit more difficult. So at least these early levels he's managing to find a couple of CS here, 2-0, compared to the 6-1 thus far. Yeah, much very similar rather to like an Ember Spirit, where you can go for a cheeky point in the root if you want to try and enable No-Tail to get some kills. For now though, No-Tail just happy to be able to force the healing salves out from Lelos, who's now just stuck with the 3 tangos, and of course the backup cell that MSS is carrying. Top lane, LOA actually, of course, second point in the mana drain, just looking to make sure that he can minimize Seb's regen here and his CSing with the Death Pulse. That's going to be mighty annoying for him. Saksa, of course, is going to struggle to close the gap to the Lion, but if he actually can get in his face, LOA is not going to be too happy to be exchanging blows with him.
It's all gone rotten.
Thompson's fallen low, of course, but he's now got the full upgraded magic wand, even delaying the bottle in favor of making sure that he can get all this regen. Of course, playing versus the Bat Rider, basically a free stick lane.
Was costly.
And now that bottle is flying on over to him. So he's missed out at least on the 3-minute water rune, but of course the wand more than making up for it. Oh.
First blood.
God, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Thompson as well plants the tree to block vision. And of course, having already used Flame Break and with the tower providing you vision as well as the Acorn Shot tree itself, Thompson was very easily able to secure that kill. So really, really nice play there.
Seen someone bleed out in a net? No? Let's get started.
Oh, he's gonna steal his bounty, I think. Oh, he thought about it. He thought about it.
Bloody bounty! Bad intel?
Yep, kill down bottom. In the meantime, top lane, of course, this is the second time I've now seen them pull both the creep waves on over into the hard camp. Saksa, with the second point in Dragon's Blood, like you're saying, is just not really easy to kill here whatsoever. Thompson, missed the bushwhack.
Stink one.
Death from above! Alright, steady bumpy bee.
A great line from Team SMG. Sumail, though, is absolutely farming up a storm here. No-Tail did take that single death, but that's created so much space here overall. He's already into the jungle, as well as has proven to be a bit difficult to deal with now with Poison Sting level 3 and the Gale level 2. So he's decided against going into this Plague Ward build for now. I assume he's going to put a couple of points here and start to set up the toll booth and just look to passively push the tower. Active rotation, though, from Thompson, who instead of TPing back middle, will perhaps look for a kill down bottom.
I only wanted to kill everyone.
No, we're watching it. No-Tail might exchange his life. They've got another bushwhack in 5 seconds. I suppose Thompson might look to chase, but MSS with boots is going to be able to easily outrun the squirrel. Nice kill down there. They just simply weren't expecting the rotation. Lelos was more than willing, of course, to fight the AA, assuming that the squirrel rotated back to the mid lane until he saw the bushwhack coming from. Not much he could do after that.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Gawar's lane, though, has gone pretty poorly overall. 20 CS now. His tower's about to be taken here. Sock's at level 3 still, so he's not gotten any, or much experience, I should say. But Seth already up to level 6 here. There's the rotation from Quinn to relieve some pressure. With the DK, of course, naturally weak to the Bat Rider. We have Lasso to cancel the TP, but we won't need it. We have plenty of damage. It'll be the first death here for the DK. Quinn may look for a dive here onto No Tail, supported by MSS. Flame Break with the cold feet are going to force Quinn to go take a more scenic route into the cogs. He will go now, as completing the TP will be Seb. Of course, with that level 6 Reaper Scythe available, and Quinn less HP than he would live on, is going to be forced back, and there will be no such kill here onto the position 5 AA. Relieving pressure, though. That rotation, that play from Quinn does relieve a lot of much-needed pressure onto top lane, as you are finally able to at least get some alone time with the creep wave. I say that as Sox has immediately come back just to harass him a little bit and soak up some levels for himself. Great.
Dire are scanning.
So far, so good. Notel just absorbing levels mid lane. Seb's now returned top just to make sure that this Wraith King doesn't get to recover for too long in the middle of the waves. Pardon me, you are, by the way, queuing up the Radiance straight up here, just the casual gloves of haste. Down bottom, though, it's going to be Quinn making a second rotation. Still 700 gold away from the BOTs, but Thompson here looks like a viable kill. There's the TPs available for the AA and the DK, as, yeah, I think Thompson knows he's in a bit of trouble now and will be killed off.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, very true. Ice Blast is going to look bottom. It will be able to scout Thompson out. Liz may look to turn. No, true.
I did hit the trick. I can't believe I stood there. Look at you.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, that's going to be the second back-to-back death here for Thompson. Down bottom, TP now going to be on cooldown for another 40 seconds. So it's the Walk of Shame back to one of these lanes. Hello away, and Soxa just again continuing to get more and more levels here in the mid lane. Is that BOT's finished now for Quinn? Indeed it is after that second kill. So he's 3-1-1 on the Bat Rider with a 10-minute BOT. It's not too bad for himself here.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Stoppy? You are in trouble down bottom, though, as there's going to be the older brother now losing his first life. Okay, they're going to set up for him on the second life, and they got him with plenty of damage. They don't end up killing him exactly with the Reaper's Sight. The kill is what they were looking for. They just needed to make sure they executed that one quickly. Mid lane.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And it's up. It's not even my birthday. Well, I guess it could be.
Yeah, indeed. Nice play though, as both Hassan brothers will be killed. Of course, once you see 4 heroes rotate to one side, you rotate your 4 heroes to kill the other one. So just about everything's even here. Soxa now with the Elder Dragon form. I believe this is his first Elder Dragon form of the game. He's going to be looking to push the tower now with Seb. Held at bay, though, by that rocket flare. MSS about to have hookshot in another 15 seconds. From behind, though, comes LOA. Connects onto the stun here, onto the Ancient Apparition of No Tail. Breathe Fire onto Lion here, as the Cogs are just going to separate him. Now they're going to break him in. Quinn wants to look for a fight here. Doesn't have a last one for another 40 seconds. Thinks he can just get him in here with the damage. Sharpshooter, though, is going to nuke down MSS. Quinn still idling, looking potentially to go back in, but will think better of it and backs away.
For the treasury.
Yeah, indeed. I think he had a couple of vessel charges, but he's going to be completely out of them now. Quinn looking for a kill onto Seb. There's a DK nearby, but there's also an SS. Range Dragon Form stun is going to be used here onto the Clockwork, as there's going to be the Ghost Shroud activated. Plenty of healing, but also amping the magic damage he's taking. Quinn easily getting the kills there. Might look for a +1 onto Soxa. Ice Blast is going to be used for Lelis. Unfortunately, the Bushwhack just pushes him outside of the Ice Blast, but it's okay. Sharpshooter to secure the kill was ready for Thompson. Yep.
Boom!
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Who, by the way, is just about to finish up now, has just finished off his Manta style. He's got that secondary dispel. Pretty similar cooldowns on these bad boys. What, 34, 28 seconds to the 30 seconds. Plenty of illusions. Double dispel available for him is going to allow him to man up a little bit more here, especially versus this Bat Rider if he needs to. Helps him versus the Bat, or sorry, not the Bat Rider, versus the Clockwork if he's trapped in cogs with a hook shot. Also allows him to split push lanes like he's doing now. Great item for the Naga, of course. They're baiting Sumail.
Nice one.
They absolutely did. A really, really nice play out from the likes of OG. They know that Quinn is just going to be looking for these kills.
Tower is under attack.
And having a Naga Siren farming there, despite having a tier 1 that you can reinforce to very quickly, doesn't really matter that much to a Bat Rider, especially with a Blink Dagger. He was thinking he could get that kill very, very quickly, unfortunately. Just really nice placement by OG. And of course, a nice little Manta, or I guess, it was a mirror image dodge, wasn't it? Out from Sumail there, just to avoid the Earth Spike, in case there were more enemy heroes coming in.
Boom! There it goes!
Dire's top
we
tower
missed.
is under attack.
Got ya! Yeah, nah, it's not.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Idiots, lasting this long.
Not what you expected.
Yeah, baby.
Yep, down he will go. Mid lane, though, in the meantime, Lelis in a bit of trouble. He's got plenty of flame wards down. It's not going to do much to stop Seb, who will throw out that Reaper's Sight and collect the kill onto Lelis. MSS, though, looking for revenge, as he is going to go in and put Cogs around Seb. Now dragged back as Quinn completing the BOTs on Ober. That's at least the lasso back into the tower. Ice Blast out from No Tail is going to whiff. Sumail, though, is with the regen room, perhaps going to join this fight, as from behind comes LOA. Lands the stun on the Soxa. He's going to come to regret that, however, as he will be grouped up on by 4 heroes and killed off just as easily as they took care of Lelis.
Tell me
Dire's
something,
structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
I will say, though, this has bought plenty of space and time for Yawar. Unfortunately, his farm is a little bit lackluster, as he's been kind of overshadowed just a little bit by Thompson. Just now about to finish up the Radiance. Still needs another 700 gold. That's top lane. Quinn is being ran down now by Saksa. Saksa, by the way, with the Blink Dagger on cooldown for 12 more seconds, as Quinn will blink through that Ice Blast and TP away on Bob.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Nah.
Okay, just trying to snipe the kill here onto Yawar. Will struggle to do that, although Thompson now trapped inside the cogs. Yawar going to go in and walk on over. Quinn has BOTs at the ready, but they're not even going to need him. Hookshot will be able to punish Thompson.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Lasso? Oh. I think it was just, he was facing the wrong way, so he had to turn around and then start the cast animation. Nice stun out from Saksa. I think it...
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are
Yeah, and
fortified.
a great time to show up to fight as well for Yawar, who's just finished up, and in that fight reveals the Radiance is completed, so he's got plenty of damage. Of course, Naga Siren's dealing with that miss rate, and just great plays out from the Clockwork to make sure that they can secure all of these kills. The early kills, of course, refilling the vessel, use those for the kills onto Seb. Just great fight. They get the tier 1 tower, and this is going to open up the map here a little bit. We can already see Lelis setting up plenty of vision, just looking to get ready to fight.
Rock it on!
Oh my!
Now they are going to now try for Roshan, though. This is scouted, of course, pretty quickly by the Clockwork's Rocket Flare. We have the ulti to fight this. Lasso back in 20. There's probably not going to be a Venomous Gale, and Fingers down for another minute. G, though, persistent, will go ahead and try and take this. Well, they know that the ultis of Quincy are still recharging. See a smoke play out from Quincy as they will be heading on over. Counter smoke now from OG, as I believe they have actually scouted this smoke with the Observer Ward. Smal still chilling out in the Roach Pit, a little bit low on HP. Has now the Diffusal on top of that Manta style. Knocks into the heart here for the Naga Siren. Team smoked up, just willing to play it slow here. Quincy, of course, now with their ultis coming up one by one. We're just waiting for the Gale, or sorry, the Nova and 10 seconds, followed by Finger and a further 30. So it feels like OG has kind of lost the opportunity to get this Roche. Well, it's worked. Yawar is going to split off and continue farming top. Smail is looking to do the same here with the Manta illusions now being used. He'll find a bounty for his trouble. Might just start farming up some Ancients here if he can't find anyone else. That looks to be the case.
Not what you expected? No, well, never.
Top.
Well, what's wrong?
Buyback. There's a Hex onto Seb in the river here. Quinn with the Blink Lasso at the ready, but he's holding off. You know Sox is nearby with the Blink and Dragon Tail at the ready here. Would have to really play that carefully. Seb, of course, has the Lotus Orb at the ready, and we've seen some pretty nice Lotus Orb plays here from Seb 2 days ago when we last saw him here on the B stream.
Dire's top tower.
First spike,
is under
lasso,
attack.
of course, right? Yeah. And the Dispel pretty useful against the Gale, especially if you need to get rid of that Vessel debuff, which might be relevant here considering that Naga Siren, our Sumail Hassan brother, is going for that Heart of Tarrasque himself. Next item, still hasn't committed for anything quite yet, so he still has the option to change it. Thompson just split pushing top lane. He's even got a Tinker Ward to cover himself here. Actually, Quincy are still hunting for a squirrel up top lane. They might not know. They've used Rocket Flare up top, and OG know about it, so I think they're just everyone into the Roach Pit right now. Here comes the second Rocket Flare. I don't think it'll be fast enough here to stop them. It would seem that they've just been hoodwinked by the squirrel, Thompson. He was getting their attention top lane. In the meantime, OG will head right into the Roach Pit.
Into the Radiant. Radiant are scanning.
The answer is yes. It's a resounding yes. They smoke and go for a fight.
Double damage.
Yep. Now they can make some Dragon Scale tipped arrows for the anime later on. They may end up needing these. Top lane though. Oh, he BKB'd. He BKB'd.
Coin for me.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
it's such a nice Aghanim Scepter actually. Just really amping all of that damage that you end up taking, and of course with all this burst, even if I mean I guess the only count to this is going to be the Aeon discs eventually. Quincy though, in the meantime, are going to be a little bit disappointed to have revealed the Batrider BKB in such fashion. Unfortunately, didn't really last long. I only knew he used it because of the sound.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Blast once again, looking to set up for a kill onto Lilith this time, as they will connect. Also scouting MSS there with the projectile, but they won't be able to. Oh, maybe they will actually. Sumail with the heart completed and Aegis in hand might look to go for a bit of a dive as he cuts the wave. TPs are coming though. They look to reinforce. Sox on the high ground, ready with the blankets. There's going to be the Gale onto one. Great stun though, catching Sumail as he's trapped inside the cogs with all of his illusions. Lilith still alive as they find the right one with Yawar's stun, punching his brother in the face. But here comes Seth to secure the kill there with the Reaper Scythe onto Lilith. Sumail trying to escape, but fingered. Will fall here, as now even Thompson scouted in the trees. Of course, nothing stopped the sharpshooter, but he couldn't actually turn. There goes Thompson, killed off. Now as Yawar pops the BKB, another stun onto his brother. Saksa, in the meantime, is going to be saved. As Sumail looking to reset this fight with the Song of the Siren.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, he did. This is a buyback.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
What a bird!
Yeah, that was indeed very costly. Seb is making a good usage of the the Necrovos voice lines here in this game. Rough fight there for Quincy at the end of the day. Started off real nice, especially as they are able to get rid of this Aegis. Unfortunately for them, it just, at the end of the day, Sumail is just way too tanky then on his second life, as you do end up committing quite a few resources. The BKB, although it's a good one out from Yawar, it means he doesn't have BKB at ready for what's coming next. And the rest of his team stuck in the Song of the Siren, you know, aren't able to help him during that duration. So it was a great job canceling that long duration BKB using the Song of the Siren from Sumail.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Bottom, they're hunting Thompson again into the trees. Quinn actually used BKB for this. And Thompson looking to try and TP. There's no lasso, but hook shot is going to be there in time. LOA has the Hex at the ready and the finger. Got the squirrel. And so far, it's been working out. Game one of the Hassan Bowl, I would say Sumail is, well, with what, 4K more net worth than his younger brother, than his older brother, pardon me. He's so far in a good position here. Just about to finish off the butterfly here and another 800 or so gold, as he will throw the ensnare. Seb nearby. Of course, the Radiance debuff is making them a bit more annoying. Quinn is able to pick off Saksa in the meantime, but there goes the first life. Ice Blast now being set up for the second one. He will get off the BKB. A hook shot from behind, out from MSS to try and reset this fight. Quinn has BOT'd in, but does not have the lasso. He used that for the kill onto the DK up top lane. Quincy are just going to look to retreat and wave out this reincarnation duration. There's LOA now with his shard. Speaking of those, by the way.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That's going to be, I mean, a difficult catch. Sumail, of course, without a BKB, but he still does have 2 dispels for himself. So one of the greatest ways you can still kill him, even a tanky hero now with the Heart of Taras and all this armor, would be the Bat Rider. But again, with double dispel, it's going to feel impossible to get these stacks of the Napalm up to really ramp up your damage. And a Lotus. Smoke play here, coming out from both sides now. Quincy yet again looking to play the Wraith King bait game, but that OG set up in their own jungle. On the high ground here, Seb in position to break smokes. They've got a ward as well, watching over this tier 2 area.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
We have hookshot.
Incoming!
Let's overclock though.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, 4 because the dieback there on the clockwork, I would argue. But what a way to reveal that Aghanim Scepter. Like I said in the draft, this is normally what you rush on the position for clockwork, and that's exactly the reason you do it. Sumail out of position once, and then he's just going to be perma-stunned into his death. His team zoned out by those cogs after a great buyback into the hook shot. That's just always such a threat because you can hook shot in from outside of the Song of the Siren range, as we saw. Made it just impossible for OG to cleanly back away, despite having one of the best disengage tools in the entire game.
I'll take that.
Yeah, initially a really nice aggressive dive out from the likes of OG as well. But it's really the buyback on the clockwork that turns this one around. You can see, like, as soon as that buyback comes through, Song is very quick to come out, but they just know that they can't just start TPing away straight away. That's simply not an option for them here. And yeah, just dividing and conquering. Seb unable to apply the Lotus to save his ally, and that's going to be Sumail taking a pretty costly death here.
Get a bit caught up here.
Smoke up again. That might be a good jump. Instead, they're going to look for these backliners. Fortunately for them, OG are retreating and covering their backliners pretty darn nicely. Saksa, it might end up working. Second Roche is up. The Quincy Crew, they find themselves on the high ground. They'll know that hook shot came from the other side now. Is their Song of the Siren to try and reset the fight, but you are quick on the BKB, trying to burst through Seb. He's going to get the 4-staff, and now both the Ghost form away to make sure he can survive. Roots will hold down Lelis for a while. As Seb looking to now reinitiate. Lelis popping the BKB, looking to zone away the Necro, though, for now. Sumail fighting these skeletons will not be able to get his way up back into the triangle.
There it goes.
Zombie skeletons, they come back. No Song. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have lasso. We don't have lasso. We don't have BKB. We've got BKB for Quinn, though. He held onto it during that fight.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Into the Radiant.
Thompson TP'd out. Thompson TP'd to the tier 1 in the middle of that fight. The line blinked right up into his face, and I didn't see if he's... I guess LOA must have not had stuns, but he just knew there was no lasso, so even though the Bat Rider was right on top of him, he just TP'd to the tier 1, and he's right back in the fight anyway, thanks to the Scurry charges.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Who took a shard, by the way? I haven't seen it to anyone yet. Okay, that makes sense. See it. No Tail's got a suspicious amount of farm, I will say, especially for an AA. Good point, good point. Top lane, Quinn and Thompson fighting.
Something is showing.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Nice blast.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, I'm just watching this replay now over from that last little engagement. Hookshot having to be used there just to try and counter-initiate, maybe save the first life of Yawar. It means that they didn't have it to contest Roche, so that's why Sumail's not in this fight. But yeah, Thompson just realizing LOA didn't have a stun for me. There's no way that last was off cooldown. I'm just going to TP to the tier 1 tower. He lives through a 4-second TP while the Bat Rider's just trying to burn him alive.
With flair.
Dire's bottom tower is
because
under
you do
attack.
have good save, but with MSS now having that overclock available, Quinn can basically just abduct someone into your base. MSS is going to be able to stop any, reinforcements from saving them. LOA as well, ready to counter-initiate. And can, of course, can handle with the illusion push that Naga's going to be bringing. Setting up vision top lane. Once again, it's a squirrel hunting party here. So that's what they're hoping for with these Nature's Prophets or Tinker Wards. Yeah. And he's tanky too. I mean, a lot of this does come from the Minotaur horn, but he's got a Kaya and Sanj. He's got power treads. Okay, mid lane. Again, we're just still hunting for the squirrel up top lane. Patience will pay off though, because Thompson has just TP'd on up.
Radiant are scanning.
Okay.
Dire's middle
Zoxa
tower
has
is
Ag,
under
so
attack.
basically now an additional core to the likes of OG, and he's going to be able to, of course, fly right over these trees now using the power of Slider. In he goes, but he's going to be surprised to find 3 heroes here. 3 heroes, though, that can't quite kill the dragon. And here's Thompson now to reinitiate. Quinn and MSS just looking to TP out, and it's going to have to be Lion falling for the sins of his allies, as Sumail utilizing the song, hoping to catch any late TPers, will be unable to do so. That's just going to be the Lion dead. I believe that is a dieback, though. Yeah, it looks like it for LOA. By the way, Sumail picked up an Illusionist Cape. He's got Swift Blink now. Yep. Sushka Spectre with that plus, 34% Haunt Illusion talent already? Yeah.
Dire's structures are
Oh, goodness. Yeah, and the reason we're seeing this now is because we don't have the Lion. Lion is the way to stop this from happening. But they even vesseled the illusions just to make sure they could get the
Dire's middle
tower.
barracks are under attack.
Or sorry, Guarding Greaves, my bad. Okay, oh, the Lotus. There's the overclock. Seth is just not going to be able to find anything here. 80 seconds now without Quinn. Again, Seth just way too fast. Quinn finds himself just basically stunned and instantly killed, even to do his BKB. There's now the MKB delivered, but mid lane of Barracks already down and out. Thompson.
Dire's
Oh,
top tower
was
is
hoping
under
for the kill
attack.
onto LOA with the sharpshooter. Might as well. He's got, oh, he got rid of the quickening charm actually, but short cooldown anyway in the ult. Might as well try for it.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, in goes OG.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's
Well,
middle
what
tower
a
is
way to
under
go out as well, as Yawar ends up dying to the illusions of his younger brother inside of the fountain. Absolutely nothing he can do about it there towards the end of the game. Really, really strong game out from OG. So far, it looks like, what was it, January 2nd's tweet out from